artist struggle for his integrity is a kind of metaphor, must be considered as a metaphor for the struggle which is universal and daily of all human beings on the face of this terrifying globe to get to become human beings. It is not your fault, it is not my fault that I write. I would never come before you in the position of a complete.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Another Tuesday. Poetry Corner Express. That's what I'm calling tonight. The Poetry Corner Express. You never know what you're going to get in this universe. Well, how y'all doing out there?
Good.
Doing good. Doing well.
All right. Tonight, colorism. Which I like to say colorism. Skin I'm in. How we feel about that topic tonight?
I mean, how you want me to speak? You want me to speak as the melaninated light-skinned brother who knows who he is and the skin that he in, or the bullied young elementary / middle school / high school brother that had to deal with the fact that I was lighter than some of my counterparts? I mean, which part you want me to speak from?
Be who you are.
It is a problem that has plagued our community amongst us for as long as I've been alive. And it predates me, right? Growing up, I never knew why. My darker brothers and sisters wanted to always make me to be the bad guy. Everything. I'm like, what I do? Like, I'm just coming to school, going home, minding my business. Ain't mess with nobody. But here we are.
Yeah.
I hadn't do a lot. I know probably about, I want to say maybe about 20 years ago, one of the sisters finally told me why she used to pick with me when we was younger. She thought I was cute. I said, well, dang, just say that. You ain't got me. Man, listen, man, that bothered me so much, man. I was like, you think that's going to make me want to date you now? After the way you picked on me? Hell no. I mean, it's a deep topic, bro. I mean,
yeah, definitely.
Over on our show in Epiphany, me and J-Rob Get Down, Thursday nights, 9 p.m. We got this thing, right? LSP and DSP. And it kind of just happened, right? One night during a show. And what it stands for is dark skin privileges, because he's darker, and light skin privileges, because I'm lighter. So whenever we feel like something ain't going our way, we'll pull that card real quick. Oh, you got the DSP. Oh, you got the LSP. It's a whole joke around what happened that night. I can't even remember what happened. J-Rob, if he was here, he'd tell you, but it just made the show so much more dynamic, because now everybody's like, oh, it must be that LSP thing, must be that DSP thing, right? We mean it as a joke and no disrespect to either one of us, but it's just a matter of being able to take something and switch it up so that it's not as offensive. Because some people are tragically hurt by colorism.
Yeah, that's true. Well, welcome Adrian and D. Lynn to the show. How you ladies doing?
Doing well. Excited to be
here.
Thank you.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, glad to have y'all in the building.
Thank you.
Welcome to Shop Talk, as we like to call
it. In the shop. Don't be shocked in the shop. So, ladies, how you feel about that? Colorism.
Back in the day, I mean, when I was a young child in elementary school, and everybody seemed to be, I was invited to a slumber party, and then I get there and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm the only here? Oh, come on. And then, you're invited to some places and all of a sudden, like every single time. And at first I thought, okay, well, we're all still friends anyway, no matter what. But then I realized that there was some sneaky, underhanded crap behind all of that. So I really couldn't, put it. But then as I grew up, I went to high school and we were all family. We were all with Caucasians and Blacks. We were all together as a family. So, and then now grown up, I've experienced racism again. It was my color. And my grandfather's mother was white. So we have, Caucasian descendants. But, now I can't walk. I was in a store one day and I walked by a Caucasian lady. She was elderly and she like startled and moved away from me as fast as she could. I ain't never seen a person move that fast. I was like, dang. And I started to say, lady, I'm not going to do anything to you. But it's all about color these days and what you're made of or who you are. And it's just such a shame. This day and age, it's a shame.
That's true. All right, D.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of like poetic. There's a younger version of me that I wasn't secure in who I was and what I looked like and what I saw in the mirror versus today, this woman who's a little bit more, a lot more confident, a lot more bolder, and who loves herself. I definitely, have that story. I got many stories. Oh my goodness. Just because of my upbringing and the environments I was in. I didn't grow up in, a predominantly Black area. I'll be honest, I did not. I actually grew up in Nevada, way on the other side of the U.S. I appreciate, the opportunity, with my family and us growing up there and just the education I received. But in regards to the population, there was a very, very small amount of African Americans out there. Okay. Predominantly whites, Caucasians, Hispanics, and then Native Americans. That's literally what it was. And so it's kind of being the minority of the minority, literally. That was just my upbringing. And then later on in life, when I kind of got towards high school age, we moved back to Virginia and I had the biggest culture shock of my life. My high school was split, Black, white. That was it. So I took a whole lot of comments from our own, the Blacks, who called me white. And I took a whole lot from the other side, from the whites as well. So I was just getting double hit. So it was very interesting. Just growing up and literally just trying to come to a place where, like I said, I loved and accepted myself because so many people around me just didn't accept me. They didn't accept how my hair was, or they didn't accept, I understand the whole light-skinned privilege, as you said. I laugh at that because I've gotten into many discussions on that one because I'm on the light-skinned side and they say life is easier for you, people likely to open doors for you, people likely to do all these extra things versus someone who is of darker skin complexion. But then there's also some other things, like you said, dark skin privilege. So I can definitely attest to that. But it's one of those topics. It needs to be talked about. Even today, it definitely needs to be talked about. It's not something, colorism is not something we need to just sweep under the rug. Like, okay, we can now wear our natural hair at work and we're good. No, it doesn't stop there.
I mean,
I've seen it out there.
You got the whole. I know, sisters. I know y'all listening. Y'all listening, right? But I had to deal with, you ain't dark enough for me.
Wow.
What? That the first time I got told, I ain't dark enough for you? Oh. All right, well, go ahead, find you a dark-skinned brother. Let me know he's still single 5-10 years later, because a dark-skinned person that hurts you bad. But that's the kind of things that we light-skinned brothers have to endure, because you chocolate brothers, y'all got that smooth chocolate skin, and we got this here, just skin. But I man, she said she got stories. I know one of my exes told me that I had a problem with dating darker women. I said, what? I said, clearly you don't know me. I said, because one of my friends, she's known me since I was like 14. And she's seen all the women that I dated. And she would clearly tell you, I could never pick out what type of woman he actually likes because he dates all kinds of women. And I'm like, that's because I don't look at skin color, right? Love is love for whatever that person is, not necessarily skin. But man, y'all sisters be hard. Woo! Like, well, you ain't dark enough for me. I like my man chocolate. All right.
Yeah, I've always just been in that middle and just seeing all the like craziness. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had friends that was lighter than me, friends that's darker than me. You know what I'm saying? And I just seen like the bias and all that crazy shit. Actually, some people used to think I was Dominican. You know what I'm saying? Like going to school and stuff, even in high school. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's like, yo, what you hang with them niggas for? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, that's my people. You know what I mean? Some was like my family. I'm like, yo, like I'm black. I ain't Dominican. None of that shit. Like, no. But because too, I hung around them. But even in Midtown Manhattan, you face the racism. You know what I mean? Because even moving to South Jersey, I've noticed a lot of white people are very nice and kind. You know what I mean? And I was like, I felt like I was in a Twilight Zone. I was like, wow, y'all nice. Y'all trying to line me up or something? But that's how it was. I didn't know about the interracial boundaries down here that, people endured. So I was kind of culture shocked. You know what I mean? But still, their parents, you know what I'm saying, were racist. I used to tell dudes, like, why y'all messing with the white girls and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to get joking around. Like, you going to be in the slammer. You know what I'm saying? But then the light-skinned women down here, they ain't like that. They like, I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? They messing with the other side. And it was just like, and then the dark-skinned sisters had a problem with the light-skinned sisters and the white people.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, this is like crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, me coming from the city and being down here, like in the South Jersey, Southern world, it's like, does it matter? How about just the person? You know what I mean? I've never been on that chain like that. You know what I'm saying? My son's mother is dark skinned. So it wasn't like, oh, it's a dark skinned woman or I'll pick a nice skinned woman. It's the woman. It's the woman that I'm involved with. You know what I mean? Okay, if you brown skin, dark skin, light skin, you know what I mean? It's the woman. I'm comfortable with my own skin.
Man, if she blue, and I fell in love with her, so what? She blue.
From Pluto, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
we're gonna have, whatever our colored children are gonna be. What?
Facts on that, but I feel like too, what I've seen in society, a lot of people, they're not comfortable with their complexion. Even like some darker women, like you have it all around. People are bleaching their skin and everything like that to maybe fit in or be accepted in society. But then you have some people who might even be like my complexion or whatever. They're bleaching their skin to be a little lighter.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, like, what is that all about? Be comfortable in your own skin. Don't let society dictate who you are. I mean, I could be a man with freckles or anything and not blotches or whatever, but that's just, I'm not in school anymore when I was young and probably was picked on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown person. So if this is who God made, this is who I am. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. I'm not going to go and do all that other stuff just to, who am I satisfied? Not myself. You know what I mean? You trying to say, and then you got to face this repercussion whether you know it or not. You either do the skin bleaching and stuff like a lot of people out there doing, they probably laughing at you behind your back, smiling in your face, and just laughing at you like, look at this clown or bozo or whatever. You got to think about that, people out there in America. Yeah. You might be thinking you're doing something right, but in somebody else's wrong, you're the clown. You know?
Right.
So,
hey, man, listen, y'all out there, we know y'all out there, man. Y'all can interact with us, comment, talk back.
Yes.
We talk,
Yes, so that's why I say, it's the skin you in. You want to be happy. Let that be your pride and joy and the friend.
Absolutely.
To the end. But
because one thing, I mean, because we see today is I don't want to jump off topic, but with the whole mommy makeovers, Brazilian butt lifts, it's all about trying to create an appearance that you want to please somebody else instead of just being who you are. Because I guarantee you, someone likes who you are. Right? And that's the same thing with your skin color. I mean, I know for as long as I can remember, man, I would hear darker skinned sisters say, you know, well, I don't like my skin color, I'm too dark. Like, what? Right. Beautiful. Accept it, embrace it. Right? Like, well, what you like.
But you know, a lot of people have been picked on in their youth.
Right.
You know, criticized, scrutinized, and everything like that. You know, brothers, and if I've seen it, they face the fury when they get older, because it's still there. It's lingering there. Yeah. All it takes is somebody to say, "You black, ugly, whatever, and stuff," and boom, the trigger is right there. You're supposed to be the person that loved that person, and you saying all these outrageous words.
I'm gonna tell you, man. When me myself realized I was 13, where I realized that I had a bit of colorism, right? My reading teacher in junior high school, her name was Miss Holly, right? February, Black History Month. It's time to do the Martin Luther King play. She giving out all these roles. I was like, oh, I'm safe. She said, Mr. Meadows, I need you to play Dr. King. I said, Miss Holly, what? I said, what? I said, Miss Holly, I said, first of all, my skin ain't dark enough. Ooh, boy, that rose something up in her. She said, let me tell you something. You never let the color of your skin dictate what it is that you are called to do. I said, all right. I give it a go. And I had fun, right? Playing one of our greatest leaders of all time. Mm-hmm. Ursula, I wasn't feeling it. She's like, I'm gonna need you to really feel this part. I'm really gonna need you to get into character. I said, all right. I still felt like I wasn't dark enough, right? Because, you know, when I looked at Dr. King, I was like, man, that's a man of power. That's a man of strength. Mm-hmm. I said, my skin color don't even give me that. So she was like, so you gotta figure out a way to present that power, even though you're lighter. So man, after that, boy, I got into it, man. I started commanding the crowd, you know, giving a speech. My mother came, she's like, great job, baby. But that's when I realized that I said, dang. In that moment, did I not like my skin? Or was I really just trying to get out of playing the part because I didn't like performing in front of people?
Right.
But deep down, after that, I realized that, you know, I didn't like my skin at that time. Mm.
Well, you know, growing up in Harlem, even I'm not trying to put colorism on it, but a lot of the dark-skinned brothers who worked in places like Midtown Manhattan and all these businesses and stuff, where they was trying to teach us as youth about walking through doors, they spoke about all that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the light-skinned brother. Or don't worry about the person that's getting in there and what it took them to get in that door. Maybe it might be a little easier because of society, but here's how you plant to see the thought upon yourself to move through those exit doors, you know what I'm saying, and entrances, you know what I mean? So I've never been one to like really look and say, oh, they only got that job, this, that, and the other. I was trying to look, what did it take for them to get in there? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I just sit back and watch. I don't ask. I just study the people and places on that. That's why another reason I was happy to move down to South Jersey. You see a whole different set of people. You know, back home it's everybody, black people, white people, light-skinned blacks. Like, no, moved down here at 21, I started to learn to understand. You know what I mean? So I'm still trying to learn too. Because there's a strategy to all this. Yeah. You know? And we have to teach our children that too. Don't get caught up in the sauce. You know what I mean? Of this here blindfold array of things, I'll say.
You know, let me ask you this question. Right. Let me ask this question, because do you think that the younger generation today cares about colorism in their skin color?
No.
No, not like
not much.
Not like we did.
Previous
generation.
Right.
No. If you see it, it's probably because their parents or grandparents, someone older has impressed that on them. But you look at them today, they play with each other, they talk,
Right.
you can't tell them nothing. You cannot.
They get in these places quick. They don't care about all that.
They do, and they accept one another. You know, you don't hear
See,
about the bullying against, you know, the skin, or you look different. You know, you don't hear that with them.
Yeah, they accept one another, unless it comes to violence.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, and I ask that question because, you know, even when I look at my kids, you know, I look at other kids, I look at how kids are, you know, acting towards each other in school, you know, and it's just like, I'm like, dang, I'm like, these kids different today. They have access to so much more than we did.
Right.
And you would think that they would pick up some of the stuff and run with it, but nah, they don't even worry about that. They man, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get these new J's. You know, I gotta make sure that I pull my pants up on my butt before I get around my parents. You know, but they definitely accept one another for the skin that they're in, which you know, which is like, that's one of those things where you have hope. You know, that the next generation is going to get something right. Right. So. Yeah,
I want to add to that. I think they accept it more today because we finally got to the place where we are accepting it.
Exactly.
And so because they're younger and they're seeing it, it's literally happening because we finally have accepted it.
And also, you teach them. Hey, children live what they're taught.
Yeah,
children live what they're taught.
I think the home life too, though. You know what I mean?
Home life.
Whoever raising them and where they're from. I think that has a play in everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Until
you look at the message. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Until it comes to show like to get down there, he has talked about DSP and LSP. No, but yeah, man, it's just, you know.
But you're right about that, Joel, because when I had my child and she was growing up and going to elementary school, we were a mixed neighborhood. And hey, mom, it's my friend here, and you know, and they didn't care. And see, I always taught my child, it's not the color, it's who you are.
Thanks.
And that's just it. And you're just happy to. I'm moreover happier that even this generation, well, let me tell you what Poetic said. Everything's grits and gravy until it should get serious, and then now it's a problem. So
that is true. Yeah, it's crazy, but my son, he tells me different things. That's how I keep up on what's going on with the youth, because you know, he has a certain mindset. So I ask him questions. I'll be like, yo, so what's the problem with it? He be like, color ain't got nothing to do with it. It's just the work, and this, that, and the other. Or if he have certain friendships with people, he's friends with white people, black people, Puerto Rican, all cultures. But I ask questions though, because I be wanting to know. You know what I mean? Like, is there a difference? And he probably be like, yo, probably has some racist ass grandparents, whatever this is. And I be like that. Well, he kind of got my mindset a little bit. So I just be like, oh, word? I be like, how the parents feel about that? He like, they ain't got no problem. And it makes me think and wonder, like, yo, that still exists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It probably ain't even the parents, it's the kids that when he be around the grandparents, they planting that seed. And you know, it's like, wow, whether some kids want to listen to it or not, but you know, just be who you are in this world. Don't change for nobody on that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes we got our own people. You know what I'm saying? Don't be careful with the white people. You might have some good, nice white friends or whichever, and ain't doing nothing. Then they plant that seed on you. You better watch them. You know what I mean? But listen to your parents on that. Just treat a person for who they are. You know?
Meet them where they are. You're right.
Yeah, they ain't doing no harm to you. Everything cool. You know what I mean? So just leave it. Even if you still have to be watchful, that's okay. Because you know this world is tricky, especially now. You know what I mean? So just be who you are and live life. You know what I mean?
And enjoy the skin you in.
Exactly.
Enjoy the skin you in.
And I believe while we're enjoying it, when we've accepted ourselves, I do believe we should also pay it forward. And we need to tell each other, hey, sis, you are beautiful. Like dark skin, light skin, brown skin, white skin, it doesn't matter. Like, sis, you are beautiful. You know, we got to build each other up. Same thing with the brothers too. Just because I say, hey, brother, you looking good today, that doesn't mean I want to talk to you. I want to date you or anything. That's just, I'm just literally just giving you a compliment. Like, keep your head up, keep pushing, keep going forward. Like, we have to do that to each other because you know everybody hasn't got to the place where they accept and love themselves. They haven't.
True.
You know, they're struggling. All the messages we receive today, I mean, between social media, TV, everything, I mean, we've made some great strides. You know, let's say Disney, for example. You know, you see Black princesses. That was a girl. I didn't have that. You know, I didn't have anybody who looked like me on the screen like that. But, you know, we have that today. So there's some good. But then, you know, I know there's also kind of the more negative side of it where you have people who are trying to bleach their skin, trying to, you know, do butt lifts and, you know, all these different things to look a certain way. You know, we have both the pros and the cons of that.
You know, and then you gotta ask the question, are you doing it for you or you're doing it to make someone else feel good when they look at you?
Good point.
The thing is, too, why does it need to exist, though? You can't find that
people
happy.
Don't love themselves.
Yeah,
that's why.
I mean, you know, I feel like this. Find some better friends who will lift you up.
That's true.
That's true.
That's
true.
I just feel like it's unnatural. Maybe because I grew up around with older grandparents, so you know. Even when, you know, my cousins used to wear a lot of lipstick and all that type of stuff, makeup, and my grandmother was like sharp on them. Like, you walk around looking like a clown. It's like because she ain't believing that. You know, when she got ready for church and everything, she had a little stuff on. You know, but it was just like shocking that she would say something. Even if she was in this era and she seen these boys walking around tight jeans on, she'd be like,
what's wrong with you, boy?
What you got, your girlfriend's parents?
That's real, man. That's real.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't know. Like I said, we as adults and fathers and mothers, we have to make a difference out here. So our kids, nephews, little cousins don't have to deal with all this colorism and all this ColecoVision activity that's going on. Yeah, I said it, ColecoVision, gaming.
Well, you brought it back, way back.
Just be exclusive like the Atari 5200.
Oh boy.
I know. I ain't never had the 5200, man. I had the 2600, man.
I had the 26, but I did get the 52.
Don't worry, you young kids out there, y'all trying to figure it out. But I bet you time you get addicted. There's a game called Frogger that'll have you addicted.
Yeah, true facts,
Frogger. Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man came out.
God.
Come on. Now.
But you know, we have to just find ways to give an assistance to a lot of folks out here. You know, and this is what the platform is about, along with side of some poetry and whatnot. So people listening in, click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Get those notifications. We got something for everybody, you know. So how do we feel like we can help others out there?
That's what I was about to ask you. Because, you know, I lived in Philadelphia at one point in time. Now I'm in Florida. But, you know, a lady on Caucasian on the street, on one of the neighbors called me colored. Asked my girlfriend, who is Caucasian, who's that colored lady down there? I'm thinking, uh-oh. So what happens when you hear people still using crazy terminology or whatever? Or how do you tell someone, look, it's not right.
Let's really break it down. Let's really break it down. She said colored. Are you not a colored person?
Just say it. Are you not white? That's a color. Right.
Colored, right? You're colored, right? But I think the key is education around how we feel about certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Because just like you said colored. I just told him like, oh, but you are colored, right? You are, right? And now the term black, right? black as a race, I'm like, yeah, my skin color is not black. My shirt is black,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right? And then you want to give us all these terms. Oh, well, you're African American. I'm American.
Okay.
I'm here
Right.
in America.
Right.
I'm African descent, but I was
Mhm.
born here in America.
That's exactly right.
To me, an African American is someone who came from Africa,
Hmm.
then got citizenship here in America.
That's right.
That's African American. Why
Yeah.
y'all stuff still say white,
That's right.
right?
That's right.
If
That's right.
you next to a piece of white paper, you're colored.
It's that paper.
Yeah.
So just as much as I'm a colored person, guess what? You're a colored person too. But education is the key, right?
Yeah.
And living out what we believe, right? Because Dee said something. She said that she loves the skin that she in now that she know who she is.
Right.
Mhm.
That's a powerful thing to know who you are and then to tell somebody who you are. But it's
Right.
even more powerful to show them.
Right.
And I believe that the other generation has it right now because they see us, like she said, they see us living and walking in our true, authentic skin self.
Mhm.
I might have to coin that. I might have to
Yeah.
skin self.
I mean, it's true. Us as adults, though.
Right.
I mean, because I feel like these low standard people out here, they still want to refer to themselves as all these ratchet words and everything, and not focused on just being a black man, a black woman, just living in America. You know what I'm saying? They just want to still be, and just forgetting about all that other stuff and talking about all these white people. Don't blame the white people for how you feel about yourself. Pick some better, like I said, pick better friends and whatnot. Maybe you'll lift yourself up to see the world for how you see it. You know what I mean?
Right. So
Don't be
check
colorblind.
this out. I thought about this just a moment ago, right? We talk about black, we talk about white, right? When you mix those two colors together, what color you get? What color you get? Black and white. You mix black and white together.
Right.
Really?
You get great.
You see any gray kids walking around here from a black and white union? I sure don't.
Do you think the aliens coming?
You know what I'm saying? I sure don't.
Right.
But education is definitely key, man.
Yes.
Did you say she was a friend of yours?
Who?
Adrian? That story you just said.
Yeah.
about the lady.
It was I moved on the block
Okay.
and I befriended a Caucasian,
Okay.
like who was around my age, and then she
Right.
was neighbors with the elderly lady that called me colored. I was like,
Oh, the elderly lady called you that. Okay.
mhm.
Okay.
And
Now
I'm thinking from where she was.
Old
Now it
school.
makes
You know.
sense. Because,
Right.
you know, elderly is they so set in their ways.
Mhm.
It is
Mhm.
so hard to get them to change their mindset and their perspective about life after they done lived so long one way.
True.
Man, my dad will be 66 next month.
Mm.
When I tell you that man setting, I ain't met nobody more set in their ways than this man. He refuses to embrace technology, but got a cell phone, got a remote control for his cable box. You ask him, he'll tell you quick, don't you text me. I don't be doing all that texting and stuff. That's for you young folks. I said, Pop, I know 60-year-old people that text all day, every day, 60, 70, 80. I said, it's just
Mhm.
you.
I was gonna say, yeah, all of them aren't, like
Right, right.
Right.
So when you said that she was elderly and she called you colored, that just means that she hasn't been educated or refuses to accept.
They just in their ways, bro. You know what I mean?
I actually laughed because I was like, what? I heard that terminology in a long time. Okay. But eventually, it's funny, she got to like me. And then it was
Right.
like, I know she felt like, no, I'll never say that again. But it was cool after a little while.
Yeah.
Look, I told the old lady at work, you know what I mean? She like 97, something like that.
Ooh.
Every time I look around when I help her out, she always go, "Oh, that a boy, Joe." I told her, I said,
Crossing line.
look, I said, Miss So-and-so, I don't appreciate you using that word boy. I was like, it just don't sit well with me. She was like, oh, you're gonna make an old lady cry. I was like, oh, stop. The
I
tissue
was
is over
like,
there on
go
the counter.
ahead.
I said, no, but serious. I said, I don't like that terminology. She, I'm
Right.
sorry. I said, you don't have to apologize. I'm just letting you know. I really don't like that terminology. It kind of bothers me a little. You know what I mean? So she stopped saying it once in a while. She'd slip up, but she 90 something. I mean, like, but I had to
Yeah,
express that to her. You know what I
sure.
mean? So she didn't get too comfortable. You know what I mean? But yeah, they say all type of work, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the black boy that works in the nursing. Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
not just Joel. You know, the black boy. You know what I mean? It's only two guys that work in there, two black guys, called by name. But you know, it's all good. Like I said, you do have to mention things to people so they get a proper understanding that you're
Mhm.
not comfortable with X, Y, and Z. If you don't
Yeah.
say anything, people feel like it's okay.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you have to be a voice upon yourself and speak out.
Exactly. Yep.
Right.
We've got to
Exactly.
tell people when we don't feel comfortable. Like Adrian, that's why I was asking, was she a friend? Because I was like, if that was a friend of mine, we'd be having a talk. You know, it would just be us. There's no need to make a
Mhm.
spectacle of anything, but we would definitely, talk about that. That
Mhm.
would understand, like,
Exactly.
wait a second. And it could be a lack of knowledge, lack of knowing. No one maybe has ever had that conversation with them.
A lot of times it's
Mhm.
probably
So,
too if they up in age, it's just like poetic said, they stuck in they set in their ways and that's the
Mhm.
only way they know
Yeah.
and was educated or brought up in that spectrum. I don't feel like she was trying to be a racist or nothing. I just felt like me as a black man had to let her know that I don't feel comfortable with you saying,
Right.
that a boy Joe
mm,
or that a boy. Just no, Joe is fine. That a boy, I don't feel comfortable with
Yes, Miss Daisy.
that.
Bruh.
Yeah, so we have to speak up.
Hey,
You know what I
I don't
mean?
we
mean
do.
I don't mean no harm, man. But if that was me back in them days, but I'd be dead. I'd be
Well,
dead.
well, this is the work that
You
I
gonna
do,
have to use,
bro, and we
I
here.
might even, look. I might even made it across the water, bro. They probably threw me out.
Oh yeah, now back then, yeah, I'll be.
Like, you want me to what? Oh no, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do
Yeah,
that.
so hey, let's indulge off into some poetry, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Tap the screen, and when I let them people know that even though we conversating, we still poets out here at the end of the day. Man.
Ooh.
So we gonna give it to you like Missy and all them when it's ladies' night over there on that right side of me.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh, hold on one sec.
So,
All right,
hey,
I'm ready. If you
all
want
right,
to
Okay, go ahead,
go.
beautiful.
All
Oh,
right, I'll go.
all
This
right.
poem is called "This Is Me," and the reason I pulled this one out because, of course, you're talking about the skin we're in. Um, and when I wrote this poem, I literally was just at a point. I was like, you know what? I'm about to pour out every comment, random question, unnecessary question I've gotten throughout my lifetime. Just people making their own assumptions and then turn around asking me, and I'm looking at them like they're crazy. Like, why did you ask me this? Why do you think this? This is that type of poem. So it's titled "This Is Me." It is more of a spoken word piece versus an actual poem. Okay, here we go. Yes, I'm black, not Hispanic or Puerto Rican. I'm not a tanned Caucasian or mixed black and white. Nothing is wrong with these races, each one distinctly beautiful in their own light, but I'm black with 1/12 Indian, and I love my ancestors for that drop. Yes, I'm educated, not because not because people think I'm white or rich or because I stayed in the house off the streets. Nothing is wrong with being mistaken as white, rich, or staying in the house. Each detail is delightful for anyone who relates, but I'm educated. Having earned 2 degrees, almost 3 to achieve my doctorate, I studied, sacrificed, and fell in love with learning. Yes, I speak eloquently. Not because I'm stuck up or think I'm better than you. Nothing is wrong with thinking you're better. If that's you, then do you. But I speak eloquently, thankful to be chosen by God for his purpose. So I boldly speak with my confidence in him. Yes, I'm talented. Not because I played sports or dropped bars. Nothing is wrong with professional athletes. I've cheered for some of the greats, especially those we call the GOAT. But I'm talented because I'm gifted by God to write beyond blank pages, touching hearts and guiding souls to Christ. Yes, I eat soul food. Not because I'm Black or because my family was poor. Nothing is wrong with fried chicken, collard greens, and for those who eat them, chitlins. But I eat soul food because I love starches and butter, the very heart of this exquisite cuisine. Yes, I have a new hairstyle every time you see me. Not because I can't manage my hair or because I don't know my identity. Nothing is wrong with struggling with hair management or wanting to look like others to fit in. But I have a new hairstyle every time you see me because I love changing my hair. I love taking care of it and am proud of how healthy my God-given crown of glory is. Yes, I have a big family. Not because we like having a lot of babies or because every Black family does. Nothing is wrong with being fertile. It's a blessing. Or that many Black families are large. It's a blessing too. But I have a big family because my grandmothers were strong Black women who bore my uncles and aunts, teaching them to take care of the family land, yes, that we own, and our home. And that family is the blessing. Yes, I am me. Not because someone told me or because I read an inspirational post on Facebook today. Nothing is wrong with encouraging others. And for those who post, keep posting. It's helping someone. But I am me because that's who God made me to be. From my Black skin tone to the beauty marks across my face. From my intelligence and strength given by God to articulate my speech and utilize my unique abilities, I am me. And there is no one like me and no one like you. I am me, and it's a great one to be. That's that piece.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
Yep.
Man, you had me at chitlins, baby.
I don't eat them. My boyfriend loves them, but I do not eat them.
Oh, I love me some chitlins. Man,
y'all can have that.
With some hot sauce on that
But
thing.
it is a misconception that all Black people eat chitlins. We do
It
not.
is. Everyone
There are
should
some
not.
who love them.
Right.
I haven't
There are
in
some who
years
are
on
like,
that. Kate made and spoiled me.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess I'm next. I don't have any pieces that totally concern this, but I do have a piece called Love is Our Balance. Okay. In life, it's all about the good, bad, and the ugly. It's about character, how you act, your integrity. So I do my best to act accordingly because the universe doesn't stop. It keeps on spinning. No matter what today or tomorrow brings, chaos, confusion, angst may come our way amidst all the killings, hatred, racism. Love is our balance. There's a proclivity in our cities for violence, as well as recidivism, overflow in prisons, drugs running rampant, death every second, sirens of the police, firemen, ambulances, crying in the streets. Does anyone hear the wailing, the grieving of our people? Love is our balance. I keep dreaming of a day where people will wake up, work for what they want instead of stealing, stop the jealousies, insecurities that make them resort to crime, to leave the Joneses alone, do for themselves, be contented, and remember, love is our balance. We all go through fire. Faith and prayers are urgently needed. Family and friends will be there in spirit, but take heart. You've already won the battle. You'll end up refined like gold on the other side of through if you just remember love is our balance. And that's my piece.
Hey. All right.
All right.
Balance our balance.
Knock it out.
Yes.
Oh,
okay. All right. I'll go. Hey, let's not fight over it, brother.
I'll go ahead. I'll go.
You can be the showstopper, man.
No. I'm cool. I got it.
All right, cool. You win.
Appreciate it. Thank you for allowing me. This piece, going back to our show, this piece is called DSP. Let me tell you about a DSP style. These dark-skinned privileges go buck wild, especially when women say they want tall, dark, and handsome. Like I'm not part of the melanin crew and then some. But my DSP brothers and sisters aren't alone. They represent a skin tone that those of a lighter hue simply just cannot do. I mean, chocolate melanin tastes, looks so good and thrilling. DSP got it easy. They always in style and desired. They even got an old saying that they inspired, or you know the one, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I wish that could be done, but DSP reigns strong in our Black community. Being dark seems like a commodity, dressed up as someone's preferences. Use TikTok for reference. Social media shows how bad colorism is in our race within the communities, and the cynicism is demonstrated in our ability to feed into the hate of our color of our skin. So we begin with these fictitious labels like mirrored nursery rhymes and fables, trying to understand life cycles of ups and downs. I wish this LSP and DSP didn't make me frown. I love my people no matter the skin color, and I will continue forever, because I've seen some sexy light skin, some sexy dark skin. Choosing one over the other is hurting us. Black lives matter, so all our melanin skin colors matter. No more segregation, please think about it. Don't ignore it. DSP versus LSP, LSP versus DSP. This is one versus battle that simply needs to stop happening. So let's settle this age-old preference and choose love in each other's presence. That's that piece.
All right.
Laying it out from the land, brother. Definitely will not.
Thank you.
All right. This piece I title Colorism, How You Feel. Maybe it's here or somehow just appeared. I'm locked in, still rocking, walking around with my mind clear. Seeing people change through facade of who they really are. Maybe the scars run so deep, therefore the bone tissue lose muscle. Strength, power, and prayer. Why switch up your ear? Only nature can affect the tone of anything I know is rare. My beautiful Black queen moved through doors being herself. Her complexion darker than others who she connect with. Well, it's not malice felt. Some of our people bleaching for what reason to me is crazy. Born a Black beautiful baby, there is no if, ands, or maybe. The skin that I'm in doesn't change around places of trouble. We've been had past struggles. Haven't you learned from the past scuffles? Become a mockery in society just to fit in while they laughing at you? Just to stay a lovely, sweet passion so folks don't be asking of you? What happened? That can lead to complex issues weighing heavy. But go on, baby, do you. The odds are not favorable. They're levy. King.
Yes, sir, my brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You.
So we can box in, lock in, or finish the discussion. Where we at?
Man, listen.
Solution. Is there a solution to it? Or is it just a?
You mean a solution to eliminate it? What do you mean when you say
like a solution to the problem, to help the people out there to know that you don't have to face colorism in this world.
Okay.
Just know how to navigate around the issue, the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can we do as Black adults to give some type of rhyme and reason to folks to say, hey, you don't have to suffer with that.
Right.
Here's a couple of ideas. You know what I mean? Here's a pamphlet of information.
Well, I definitely said we got to speak up. I mean, we shared that a little bit earlier. We got to definitely speak up, speak out. That's one thing. Yeah. I know this for, a lot of people, they have, conversations in their living room or like this, that intimate setting, which are great. That's good. But we got to take this out because there's a lot of people who aren't having those conversations. They're having those intimate conversations. So we got to definitely speak up and speak out. I think of some examples once everybody else starts talking. What to add to that pamphlet? I'm just saying.
Yeah,
some specific ones.
Adrian?
I'm sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
all right.
I was just gonna sort of kind of piggyback what Dee said. My thing is, if somebody just blatantly, oh, you're black, I really don't want to talk to you. And my first thought is, who taught you that? And if someone cuts you and cuts me, won't we be the same color?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't really want to go so far back. But however, I would let a person know I'm not comfortable with what you just said, and you really need to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Oh.
So,
Yep.
I mean, I don't condone violence. I'm just saying, like, you're gonna just wreck everything you come into if you have that mindset. No one's going to like you. No one's going to do things for you. It's who you are and what you do with your merit, your character. If it's bad character, then it's not going to work.
That's what's up.
Telling each other that we're beautiful as we are. Encouraging each other to look in the mirror and see exactly what we see. Nurturing, being positive. Because someone who might feel like that their skin color is not the best may just need to hear how beautiful they really are in their skin. What's my girl, India Irie? I'm addicted to your chocolate. Brown skin. She always makes a point to make sure that she talks about skin color.
Yeah, she does.
How beautiful it is. Mm-hmm. And I love that about her as an artist, but she's letting us all know how beautiful we are. And I think if we start with our kids at home, showing them how beautiful they are in their skin, that they can go out to the world and infect everybody else and say, hey, your skin is beautiful.
Right.
It's all about language and how we teach, how we educate, how we train. And then sometimes the solution is just believing in yourself that you're beautiful. And just run with it.
And I think we also have to come to the realization that, you know what? Everybody's mindset is not going to change. It's not.
That's true.
We can't force anybody to or anything like that. And we have to be understanding of that. We can't put all our energy on that one person. I'm going to make sure they no longer racist. I'm going to make sure they accept my color. And you know what? At the end of the day, they just see you're black. And any other name or title they decide to use. But you know what? If I take my focus off of that person and turn it maybe to a younger person or to another person who is willing and open and wants to learn and be educated, that's where I need to sow that seed.
Yeah.
One thing is I don't like when people go around and just use the color thing and say, they're only doing that because I'm black.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm black too. So the issue might just be you and the way you come across with things. You ever thought about that? Because I always tell people, our people, when at work, there's always a way that you can speak. You don't have to be all crazy with it and all that. Mm-hmm. Everything is tone and expression, the words that you use. Focusing on that. You know what I'm saying? And don't think, wow, I live in the ghetto. That don't mean nothing. But when you in these places around people and things, you have to show that you are educated one way or another, that you've learned. You're going to wind up putting problems upon yourself. And you don't get any answers to how you project that crazy information across. No, that's why I said, don't ever think I'm going to kiss ass when I go in there and say what I need to say. Because if I want to talk another way, they already know I'll go there. But you can't show that you're a foolish person. And I ain't going to say, oh, because I'm black, you don't want to listen to me. No, I'm going to say, excuse me, I have a word with you, please. I just would like to bring something to your attention that's bothering me. I don't think that's some sellout shit. You know what I mean? That's just me telling you, I want to speak to you. I would like to have your attention for a second, So in this world, we just have to be careful how we approaching matters, how we feeling. Don't take everything to heart. Just always know that there's a better way. Don't be going all Malcolm X when you can be MLK. You know what I mean? So just find an in-between medium. You know what I mean? So yeah. But
and can I add one more piece too?
Yes, you can.
We're all poets on here. We need to keep writing and keep sharing. I mean, our stories, our perspectives, you know, things we dealt with in life and everything.
Go old school.
We have a creative way to literally express this out in the world. And we need to write about it, like literally, specifically the subject matter. You know, the poems, even just the ones we just read tonight, they were about colorism. We need to keep sharing those because that is a way, a medium to get that out, you know, where other people can see it, hear it, and see the power behind it and the love behind it.
True. Very true.
I told you, if you give me a few minutes, I'll come up with an idea.
True facts. Thank you for that, D. Thank you for that. Well, listen, Brother Poe, any last words for the community out there?
Hey, man, listen. Absolutely, I do have last words for the community. Let me just tell you something. You are all beautiful. From the lightest of your skin to the darkest of your skin. You're so beautiful. And I want you to wake up every day, look in the mirror, and that's what you need to say to yourself. My skin is so beautiful. That's all I got to say, bro.
All right. That's what's up. Ladies, any last words for the Poetry Corner community within the universe?
I think they said it already.
All right now. Well, look, I would like to thank everybody out there for tuning in tonight. Catch the rebroadcast on the YouTube channel, Poetry Corner. And look, we'll see you next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Peace, love, and poetry. We out of here. Thank you.
Hey.
It seems to me that the artist struggle for his integrity is a kind of metaphor, must be considered as a metaphor for the struggle which is universal and daily